us.
Oh, this is new. The voice of the paranoid?
That's a very good question, little voice. What if he does hear you? Shit. I think you'll find yourselves very hard-pressed to keep any secrets from me. Not that it matters right now, because like I said, this is the first time we've met. Still, I'd rather not get off on the wrong foot. We've a world to save after all. You died? Oh, we listened to you all right. Worst decision of our incredibly short life. We tried to slay her, we really did, but she was gonna kill us. It was either lock her in the basement or let her finish beating us to death. Well then, congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right.
That doesn't sound like a great option. I don't like that.
The solution is to send us back in there. Do you want us to slay the princess, or do you want the princess to slay us? Obviously, I want you to slay her. One of you poses a threat to the world, and the other doesn't.
Oh, they did. They did, totally. I don't know what's happening, but there was a consequence.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We were killed by the princess, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Speak for yourself. From my perspective, there were plenty of consequences. I'm never going to forget the way she just made us stop working.
Because also when we were in like the weird MC Escher in-between world, there was like a chain that connected to like some weird pit. So I think each of the chains represents an alternate princess we haven't met yet.
And that's only scratching the surface. If what you said is true, it begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or have you found yourself in another world altogether? Do you think the people there lived happily ever? If she brought an end to everything and everyone, how are we supposed to stop her? I want you to succeed. You'll find a way. You're the only one who can.
Just being around her in the end shut down all of my organs? What the hell am I supposed to do about that?
Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't turn to her.
I died because I listened to you, you fool. To quote you from last time, she's just a princess. How can you possibly justify saying that? She's clearly something far, far worse, because in one of the alternate runs, the narrator was completely aware of the fact this was not the first time we died.
She is just a princess. Whatever you think happened to you last time,
oh no.
get it out of your head.
No, she isn't.
Cabin, and you'll be fine.
Okay. Why aren't you telling me?
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail will just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation. If you want us to not to sound like he isn't telling us everything he knows because he doesn't trust us, which means that we can't trust him. Stop talking yourself in neurotic circles and just get to the cabin already. No, you should do anything but that. We know what's waiting for us in that basement.
Okay. Who locked her in the basement? What is this place? I think I already asked her that.
Look, I don't know.
I asked him that.
Him into doing something. I'm not. And for what it's worth, I know you have it in you to finish the job.
Like the narrator and the hero sound very similar to each other. It's probably just the accent, but I know they're voiced by two different people.
We don't. You saw what happened to us last time. We need to leave.
I can't ask any more questions. Gosh dang it.
Right. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Mm-hmm. Okay, this one might actually be pretty scary because I think this one is the Nightmare Princess. Yeah, let's go.
I don't think it doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone.
Oh, trust me, I don't. I don't even trust myself right now as I'm speaking.
The interior of the cabin is plain. The smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table.
The door's open!
In the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway. Hold on. What happened to the door? There was a door here last time.
This is actually making me really do you see that? Do you see that? Someone's watching me from outside the cabin.
It's just an empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us?
Yeah, actually, I can. Wait, no, wait, are these little, like... Are these crowns on top of these?
I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done.
I think we should leave, like, right now. I don't want to be here.
So deep breath in, deep breath out.
Okay.
The task awaits, and only you can do it.
Let's look at the mirror.
You're right. I was so stuck on the eyes watching us that I didn't even notice it there. There isn't. We have to look at it. Unless that's what he wants us to do. And pretending it isn't there is a trick to get us to do exactly what he wants.
I don't know what touching the mirror does every single time, but I'm gonna do it every single dang time. Touch it.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. Did he make it go away? Clearly there's something in there worth investigating if he wants it hidden so bad.
This whole cabin is different than I remember it being. Where is the door?
Very different.
I'm scared.
He changed it, didn't he? It's like he's trying to make us doubt our reality. Calm down. Maybe the three of you just think everything is different because you haven't been here before. So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Okay, take the blade. Let's go and...
Reach down and pick the good. Steel can't lie to us. Is it gonna be enough, though?
Absolutely not.
Given us something else? Something... I don't know. Better than a knife? Could we have a bomb?
Where would we get a bomb? If we had a bomb, we could just blow this place up.
The blade is the only thing you need to finish your task. You're more than capable of pulling this off, so long as you don't lose faith in yourself. Those are the words of someone who knows he's sending us to our death.
In we go.
You cross over the threshold.
Oh my god.
And onto a series of isolated steps, suspended in darkness. More eyes, too. You never mention the eyes. The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Yeah, I'd have to be crazy to come back here, but here I am.
Okay, we need a game plan. Last time we were here, just being close to her was enough to kill us.
How hard is it to throw a knife? You know, I mentioned that in a different playthrough.
It can't be that hard, but then we'd lose our weapon. We'd have to make it count. Otherwise she'd be furious and we'd be defenseless. If a knife is even enough to do anything against something like her in the first place.
Well, we're gonna have to be really careful about drawing first blood.
It'll be enough.
Okay, let's see. Step off into the void in between the stairs. Let's see, we don't need a plan. I'm just going to kill her, Mr. Narrator. Seems to think I can do it. I don't know why you're all being such pessimists right now. Let's step off into the void. See where this will take me.
Attempt to step off the stairs and into the pitch black surrounding them, but you're stopped by an invisible force. Why did you do that? What did you think would happen?
I don't know, I just wanted to do it. I don't know, falling into an infinite void seems better than going downstairs and dying. I'm just scared, okay?
How would falling into an infinite void be better than anything?
I don't know. If it's infinite, then it just keeps going without stop.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks
What?
suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones visible against the inky black of the basement mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right. She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed. Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you.
What do you mean about the voice of reason? What about the voice of logic? How could something like this be inside the cabin? This doesn't make any sense.
Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement. We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again.
We've already died many times.
Please stop saying
What more is a little bit
Only going to
more
make things worse. Just pick a direction.
isekai again?
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter, because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
Go back the way you came.
You turn back to the stairs, only to find that they aren't there.
Great.
A faintly outlined path lies before you.
There you are. I
Oh,
told you I was going to find you.
As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
And you brought your little knife with you again. Cute.
what are you?
There has to be a way out of this. Think! Think! What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
As your blood begins to coagulate, it's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open. What are you doing? I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again.
I know the loud audio. How to make a game scarier? Make all the jump scare noises several decibels louder than the base volume of the game. You know, there you go.
You sure about that? You sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more?
Dude,
You have seconds left. Yes, I'm sure. Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath.
Can't decide what you want to do, can you? Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
She isn't attacking us. Why?
Are we having a heart attack?
The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission. Your weapon is still in your hands. Strike at her and end this before it's too late.
Okay, like, what happened after you killed me last time?
I tried to leave while you suffocated, but that stupid cabin wouldn't let me. So I started to drag your body out with me, and then, well, you died before I could get to the door. And then I was here, and now you're here too.
Okay, because it seems like the things that restart the sequence is if the hero dies or if she actually tries to leave.
I don't think I can live without you, and dead doesn't count. And as much as I love what we have going on, I have bigger plans than tormenting one poor little creature forever. I want to leave.
Okay, if you need me alive, then why did you threaten me on the stairs? Why didn't you try being nice to me? I was sent here to let's see. Yeah, what's going on with this?
Nice. You're alive, aren't you?
Okay, fair enough. You're right.
And you died of fright as soon as you saw me last time. I didn't think keeping you alive was an option. But it looks like that's not a problem anymore. At least not for me. You seem miserable.
Oh, what are you talking about? I'm having the time of my life. I'm not doing any of this. I'm not helping you leave. I'm not going to try to kill you, so do your worst. Let's get out of here. Okay, I was sent here. Let's see. And if I let you out, what then? Do we go our separate ways?
Definitely not. If you're what I need to leave this place, chances are you're pretty useful. I think I'll keep you right by my side. A little good luck charm to make sure I stay free. Don't worry, I'll make sure to take good care of you. I promise.
She is pretty sassy, but I don't know what she is. Being around you is agony. It's the sass off. You're a lunatic. If you want to work together, can you at least turn off the whole organ? Yeah, could you not kill me?
I am what I am. It's not my fault that you can't handle being around me.
We don't have to be enemies. We can work together. We can be friends even.
I'm glad you're seeing things my way.
Like, stop making... Oh, hello. Okay, you know what? Let's get out of here together. Even if being next to you is literally shutting down all my organs.
What? No!
Yeah, let's go.
Come around. Oh, this is going to be so wonderful.
No, I'm not going to let this happen. Before you can utter another word, your body stops moving, and, do you think you could just wrest control away from us? This body's barely functioning as it is. Doesn't the world end if we fail to stop her? Won't letting us die here just make it end faster?
Okay, so then even the narrator can kill me. This is not fair. Okay, it's not fair.
Shit. Lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs. With a flick of the princess's wrist, the stairs slide back into place. I can't believe you're making me watch you damn everyone to torment and oblivion.
Go ahead. I'll be right behind you.
Oh, what?
Having our back to her. You're not wrong, but maybe you should let me handle the feedback. Just focus on keeping us alive. Right. Lungs, liver, nerves. Besides, I get the feeling she's telling the truth. She needs us alive.
You know, let's step onto the stairs. It looks like she can fly, so I'll be okay.
You place a shaky foot on the first step and begin your ascent from the basement. You can feel the static prickling of the princess on your neck, your limbs buzzing with pins and needles. An uncomfortable and constant reminder that you exist, and that your existence is so very precarious.
You're almost there.
Stop!
The only thing left between you and the cabin is the now shut door to the basement. It would be a real shame if it had locked behind you. Oh, you snake. There wasn't even a door when we first got
That's
here.
right.
The door was from last time. I told you we shouldn't trust it.
So the narrator can cause things to poof in and out of existence because there wasn't a door here and now there is a door.
I know he's messing with us, but you can't lose your cool. We need you right now. Remember?
What if we carved a hole in the door and we just opened the door from the other side?
Yes, I remember. Of course I remember. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. This is so frustrating. Heart, thank you. And you? You'd really rather us die down here than let her out? Of course I would. As much as I want you to have a happy ending, the fate of the world is a little more important, and you still have a weapon. You can still make this right.
Try the door.
Look at that. It's locked. What a relief for the world.
It'll open. You just have to give it a tug.
Okay, let's try it again. Hey!
The lock gently clicks open in response to your effort, and the door creaks on its hinges. This isn't right. That's not even the way it's supposed to swing. It's supposed to swing out.
Oh, that's right. So, because like I think like there's another viewer that said that the door only that they thought the door only opened in one direction, but it can open in both directions. Like a it's not supposed to.
Nearly as powerful as you'd have us think, are you?
Because the door usually opens in the opposite direction that the flight of stairs is going.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerve. Anyways, like he said, You're not really in control here. I never said I was. If I was in control here, why would I need you to slay her?
Because you don't have a body. I'm the one with a body, and you do not have one.
I don't know. Secret reasons?
The door is open. What are you dawdling for? It's time for us to go. The world is waiting.
Okay, Nightmare Princess, I have like 3 voices in my head. It's a little weird. That's why everything takes too long.
The princess moves past you into the cabin. This is it. This is your final moment to make things right. Kill her.
No.
I thought you wanted us to slay her. It's the same thing. Do it. Do it now. Do it now, or everything is over.
I don't think I can kill her.
Okay.
She's like some type of transparent ghost-like being.
I said, what do we do? Oh, do you want to hear from me now? Yes. Well, I thought you needed me to run the autonomic nervous system. We do, but this is important. Look, I'll even do it myself. Just tell us who to trust. Brain? Heart. Right, heart. Lungs. Liver. Nerves. Okay, thanks. I got it. Heart. Lungs. Liver. Nerves. You're terrible at this. I know. I'm doing my best.
What are you doing?
What?
Heart. Lungs. Liver. Nerves. Heart. Finally, I can talk. Now, what were you asking me? Running everything kind of feels like popping in and out of consciousness. It's easy to lose track of things. They were asking you for your blessing to trust me. Oh, that's right. Yeah, fuck this guy. Trust me. Really? So you'd have them trust her? Oh, of course not. Can't trust anybody here but ourselves, but I guess that leaves us back where we started, doesn't it? I suppose if I had to make a choice, I'd pick the one that doesn't make our organs shut down. Thank you for your gracious show of support.
Here I thought my organs ran automatically. I didn't have to constantly remind everything to just work.
But that's a marginal preference. We'll have to deal with him later. I'd just rather deal with him while our organs are intact. Whatever. You heard what he had to say. So whether you trust me or not, killing her is still the best, nay, the only option you have worth taking.
No, I'm not doing it.
All right, I'm done. You can let me take over again. Finally, that was awful. I really don't know how you do it. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
You've been standing there staring blankly for a while now. And I have to say my patience is running a little thin. So don't make a lady wait any longer, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Open the door.
Okay, leave the cabin.
The doorknob twists in your hand, revealing the forested path beyond the cabin. You bastard. You've actually done it, Liver. You've actually...
Oh, I can hear a narrator fading away.
It's so beautiful. I can't wait to ruin it. But it's so cold, too. It's itching against my skin.
The princess, exhausted, slumps to the ground.
Why is it so cold?
You're at the cabin.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
Let's see, is that a rhetorical question? Do you know? Do you want to tell me?
Rhetorical. I am not rhetorical. I have only known these spaces, and I have known flickers of the lives you've brought me. Short and violent and full of passion. But all of those flickers end where the long quiet begins. I'm asking you because I cannot know your mind. Do you know what we'll find out there?
Let's see, there's trees and stars and there's people, I think. At least there are supposed to be people.
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
Do you think... Do you think that anything is out there? Do you think that we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own.
When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him a narrator. He wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
I don't know. I wish I knew. He does. I don't know why, but I know this for a fact. I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him. He does, and when I find him, you and I are finally going to have some answers. Let's see, and he does, and when I find him, I'm going to kill him. Yeah, who is the narrator?
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
One. Whatever you bring me next
What?
will be enough. And then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular. A final multitude.
Okay, if this is the last stage before your completion, then I'm not going back. I'm just going to stay here. Well, you know what? When I said I wasn't going to do something and just wait here forever, the game closed. So I can't do that. If this is the last time, is there anything you would like me to bring you? Do you know what happens when you're going to awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is filled with sadness. A doll, abandoned to the company of her darkest impulses. She desires only companionship, but the only thing she knows is how to hurt. She will make for a tender heart, not mourn her. She has finally found her way home.
If this is the last time, if this is the last time, is there anything you would like me to bring you?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
So there are more chapters than 2. This is so confusing.
I will be here, waiting for you.
All right, let's get...
She's really handy.
Oh, I bet. Everything goes dark and you die. Okay, now this time, let's not talk to her at all. Let's go go ham and just do it. No words, no speaking.
But is it over? Really over?
Oh no, it's never over. Of course not, that was way too easy.
It's over. Don't get all worked up. We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse?
Let's not do that.
I really don't think you should do
Yeah,
that.
let's not do that. No.
Is there something I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
You're right, she's dead. Let's just get out of here.
Yes, exactly.
I'm not gonna try it. No, no, no. Oh, okay.
So glad you're keeping an open mind. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
Ugh.
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days, or months, or years, or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
So I'm in purgatory. Is that what you're saying?
Psst. Hey, we're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
Oh, of course not. Hell no. Do you have any idea?
I did not hit her. It's bullshit. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
Do you have any idea of how to get us out of here? Didn't you hear the narrator? I'm happy. No, I'm not happy.
I do, but you're probably not going to like it. The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this.
Oh. What?
I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end.
I don't know, dude. Have you seen the outdoors? It looks like we're at the edge of annihilation.
Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
Let's see, wouldn't using the blade, kill us, and wouldn't we be dead?
How astute. You are absolutely correct. Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you, and you shouldn't do it. In a sense, we die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore? This place, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It's just the same thing, constantly, forever. I know this is out there, but trust me, I know using the blade will work.
No, I don't trust you.
That little voice didn't want you to slay the princess. It didn't want you to be happy.
You better be right about this. I'll be pretty upset if we die. I'm not risking death over your weird hunch. Anything to get out of this hell. You're right. I didn't like that idea. I'm just going to stick around and do nothing for at least a little while longer. You know what? Doing something is better than doing nothing.
If we die, you can yell at me all you want. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate.
Your mom.
Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, the princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it.
What? The narrator did say we might be here for years. So the body. What about the clothes? It's skeleton still has hair.
You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The end. Nice knowing you.
Chapter 2: The Spectre. A ghost princess? What's this place
The
gonna...
interior of the cabin is cold, a soft odor of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge.
Okay, so we got like a rundown haunted house. Haunted house type of cabin.
The blade is your It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. I killed her already. The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe. The room below is silent. Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body, lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain.
Okay, because this princess is different than the one from the void. This one is actually wearing the dress, and there's a blood stain from where we got her.
Okay. She's definitely dead.
Oh. But not quite.
It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor. Two deep-set eyes stare
Oh
up
my
at
gosh,
you,
she's so cute!
followed by a mischievous
Oh my
skeletal
gosh!
grin. And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here? Ghost!
Like, zoinks! Scoobs!
Oh, wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you. Her touch is cold and ethereal,
Like oink, Scooby.
formless yet
Like we
real
gotta
enough
get
that
the
her
hell out of
icy
here.
Fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin. So she has a body, and she's right there. That means we could kill her again, if we wanted to.
Let's not do that. How am I gonna kill a ghost? I don't have like a little crucifix cross like I'm John from Faith. Wait and see how how things play out.
I see you brought that annoying knife again. So, are you waiting for a chance to use it? Or are you here for something else?
Let's see, I killed you. What are you doing not being dead? See, this is exactly what I was trying to tell you about in the woods. This already happened. We killed her.
Yes, obviously things are strange right now. I think it's safe to say that you've seen something you shouldn't have seen. Whatever worlds you've hopped between, whatever versions of me you've met, none of that matters now. There's no changing what's already happened, but you have a job to finish. Finish? How? We already did what you told us, and now she's a ghost.
Hmm.
You haven't tried slaying her yet this time, though, have you?
Oh, really? What's that gonna do? How am I gonna kill a ghost? She clearly phased through the floor, you silly
And then what?
narrator.
And then you'll have saved the world. I think he's asking about what happens after we save the world. If that's even still an option. What do you mean, after? You already know what we mean, don't you? So why don't you go ahead and tell us? Are you going to try and lock us away in a timeless void again? Because I didn't much care for that. I'm not going to lock you anywhere. What an interesting choice of emphasis.
Alright, do you know why you came back?
How should I know? Why does anyone come back? Maybe I have unfinished business with you. Or maybe you have unfinished business with me. All I know is there's a hole in my chest. Not the big obvious one that you put there. There's something older and deeper. A nagging reminder that I'm not where I'm supposed to be.
Let's see, and where are you supposed to be?
Home.
And just where is home, I wonder?
I don't know where home is. I just know it isn't here. But I can feel it calling to me from someplace far away. Wherever I'm supposed to be, it's out there.
How specific. And how convenient for her. You see what she's doing, right? She's suggesting that the only way you can rid yourself of her would be to let her out, which, in case you haven't been listening, will spell the end of the entire world.
Okay, is there any way I can get blah blah? I'm sorry I killed you last time. I shouldn't have done that. Do you want me to die? Do you want me to kill myself to satisfy something? Oh, okay, no. I'm sorry, is there any way I can make it up to you? What do you want from me?
A way back to where I belong. This place won't let me leave. At least not alone. I've tried. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place, even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I always wound up right back here.
Maybe we should just leave. If she can't get out on her own, then why do we have to do anything? We could probably walk out right now and everything will be fine. Hasn't got out and can't get out are two very different things. It'd be dull anyway. It's more interesting if we make a choice.
But you can come and go as you please, can't you? So, let me hitch a ride.
You know what? Sure.
After all, you own me.
Hey, don't get aggressive with me.
Absolutely not. Is she asking if she can possess us? She is. But I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place. And if you let her in, there is very little anyone could do to stop her. Would she be able to see us if we went along with it? Now, isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him.
Oh.
I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead so badly.
Okay, there's a thought.
You won't like how things play out if you go down this path.
You know what? I don't care. Let's see. I need to think on this. Before I agree, we need to talk about what happens after you leave this place. I was told you'd end the world.
And what? You just believed that? You killed me without giving it any thought? That's cold.
You know, I didn't believe that at all. I'm just trying to find what's the truth here.
That's rich coming from her. Every time she touches us, it's like we freeze over. She's right, though, but that's neither here nor there. What's done is done. What we do from this point forward is all that matters. Let's try not to let emotion get the better of us.
Let's see, obviously it was wrong of me to believe that. How could you have ended the world if all it took to kill you was a knife to the heart?
The truth is
Don't
out there.
underestimate your own capabilities. If you truly managed to slay her last time, that doesn't mean she wasn't a threat. It means you did something heroic. Threats come in all shapes and sizes. A misspoken word could bring about the end of everything just as much as a blade or even the mere existence of an idea. You were chosen for this job for a reason.
That's right, killer. I'm not a threat to anyone. And even if I was, I'm hardly a threat anymore, wouldn't you say?
Let's see, you didn't answer my question. Do you want to end the world?
The only thing I've ever wanted was to leave this place. It's still the only thing I want.
Well, let's see, you still didn't answer my question. Even if you don't want to end it, does letting you out of here mean the world is going to end?
It does. We're not asking you. We've heard your whole speech already.
I really don't know. I'm not lying to you. I promise. The world doesn't matter. All I remember is that I'm supposed to be there, not here. I'm just supposed to be a part of it. It's home, I think. But what does it mean for anything to end? I ended, but I also didn't. I'm not so sure endings are real.
Well, with the way this game has been going, I don't think endings are real either. What are you going to do if I help you get out of here?
I don't know. Maybe I'll just fade away. Finally able to rest once I'm free from my unfinished business. Maybe I'll find someone to haunt. Maybe I'll haunt you. It's a tough question, asking someone what she's going to do with her life.
The princess leans in close and pauses, the frigid air between you stale and unmoving.
Especially when that someone is dead.
She pulls back with a playful giggle.
I don't think most living people could answer that either. Does anyone actually know who they are or what
Don't
they
threaten
want?
me with a good time.
Alright. Well, were you going to end the world?
I don't know. I just wanted to leave. I still just want to leave.
Alright, I still want to... There's so much to pick from. Okay, the answer is no. If you go through the walls, can't you just leave on your own?
I wish that's how it worked. But this place won't let me go.
Let's see. I'm sorry I killed you. Do you want me? No, let's see. I'm blah blah.
You already know what I want. Let me in.
Yeah, okay. Let's get out of here.
The princess swims through the air in front of you, pausing for a brief moment as her dark-rimmed eyes stare deeply into yours. There's a hunger in her gaze.
You're really trying to make it up to me, aren't you? Thanks for being a pal, killer. I mean it.
What are you doing? Don't just let her in. How many times do I have to tell you?
See you soon.
She
Ooh.
rushes forward and then she's gone. A sharp chill spreads across your body. It starts in your chest, a freezing numbness flowing out from your heart all the way down your limbs, your mind growing cloudy and confused as it settles over your very soul. I'm not sure I like this. Can we get a do-over? I'm afraid it's too late to stop now. The numbness gives way to a stabbing pain, your muscles twitching and convulsing violently, each involuntary movement causing more waves of agony to ripple across your body. You collapse to the floor, and everything goes dark.
Come on, you. You've got to get up. I know everything feels
Yay, pain.
heavy right now, but we still have to get out of here.
Your eyes flick back open as you get your bearings, your vision swimming as...
So this is what it's like to be you, huh? Disembodied voice narrating your every move?
So, it doesn't work like that for you? Clearly it doesn't, or she wouldn't have commented on it.
All these shards of broken glass on the floor. Are they also supposed to be you?
Wait, what?
Hey, I'm not a shard of broken glass.
It's okay. You can finish your thought.
I'm a voice? I'm me is what I am. Who cares what we are? We exist. That's all that matters.
You don't have to fight. We'll all be out of here soon.
No, it matters. What we are matters. If I'm a shard of broken glass, then that raises some questions about certain other voices in here too. I'm clearly the same thing you are.
They're not listening to me. Do they not listen to you either?
Oh no, they love to argue.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about him. You don't need to know what I am. You just need to know that I'm different from you. More important.
So, you're the one who pulled the strings and made me dead. I can tell you don't belong here. You're barely even there. Like the shape of something left behind. You're more of a memory than a person.
That's rude.
You're kind of like me, actually.
I'm just going to ignore her. Push yourself off the ground. The princess is nowhere to be seen. Obviously, she's nowhere to be seen.
Because I'm in here with all of you. Everybody knows that.
I'm setting the stage. The room is empty because you made a spiteful, idiotic, and almost foolish decision.
You don't have to let him get to you. You're better than that. You're starting to make things right.
This is infuriating. Just whatever you do, you can't leave this place. It's not too late to fix this. Probably.
I can't think straight. There's too much noise.
It's okay. We're almost out of here. Just take it one step at a time and everything will be fine.
Everything won't be fine if you listen to her.
Dude, would you just shut up?
One way or another, this is all going to end. Wouldn't it be nice if he ends with it?
Wouldn't that be nice? There's only one way to find out.
Yeah, let's get out of here. Let's leave the basement.
Your legs, weary with the weight of the princess's spectral form and clumsy with the cold that still pervades them, stumble towards the stairs.
I'm just trying to get home. You don't have to act like it's the end of the world.
But that's exactly what you leaving this place is going to be.
Ugh.
You don't know that.
I do. Wait, if she has a home to go back to, doesn't that mean that her leaving won't end the world? It doesn't mean that at all. It could mean that wherever her home is, it's outside of the world. Yeah, but it has to be somewhere, doesn't it? And if it's somewhere, then it's part of the world. I suppose it's all a matter of perspective. Where does the world end and something else begin? Does the destruction of one open a door to another? Or is it the same world reborn? A against the backdrop of the inane conjecture of
Oh, the
aimless
table is
little
over here
voices,
now.
your body continues its ascent up the stairs, staggering through the open door. For how much you hate her, you aren't doing a whole lot to stop us from leaving this place.
Maybe the bossy one doesn't actually hate me. Maybe he even likes me. Or maybe he just knows that he's been in the wrong. Maybe he's trying to make amends too.
Not at all. I'll have you know that I do hate you, and I will continue to hate you for as long as I am able. It's just the weight of it all. It's too much for me to do anything other than describe and dictate. And whine. This body wasn't made to hold you and the princess. If you want to renege on your cataclysmically terrible decision a minute ago, well, you're the only one that can make that happen.
Trudge forward. That's all I can do.
You continue slowly to the door, your feet like lead dragging across the floorboards, growing heavier with each step.
We're so close. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If we get out of here, I won't even care that you murdered me anymore.
You lift your shaking hand and rest it on the door handle, but you pause before you open it, exhaustion sapping what's left of your will. Was exhaustion really the best you could muster up? It's over. There's no use stalling. Let's see what happens next.
Open the door.
Shit. But exhaustion wasn't enough, was it? The handle clicks as you twist it, and then the door groans open. Collapse to the ground, you and the princess, free from the confines of the cabin. As you exhale from the effort, you look up and see...
Huh?
Yes?
Nothing. He's gone, and so is everything else.
So we did slay him after all. He had it coming, I suppose.
Does that mean I'm going to, because the princess is a part of my body now? Will I be absorbed into the amalgamation of princesses?
But what about us? Are we just stuck here in nowhere forever? Did taking her out of the cabin really end the world? We're still here. Yeah, but that thing you said earlier, are we not part of the world anymore? Are we in some world that exists after the world ends, or on top of the other world but not in it, or have we never been part of the world?
I don't know. I don't know what's happening.
Okay, I've heard enough from these two. Let's see if I can pop out.
You feel lightness in your chest as a pair of sunken eyes emerge from your body and stare up at you.
You actually freed me, didn't you? I'm outside. Thanks for giving me a second chance, Flo.
Don't mention it.
I think this is where I'm meant to be.
Oh, You approach the mirror. Gaze into it. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them lean, but you need to see what's in it. Can I see myself now? You're nothing at all. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. There's a crow in the mirror. You refocus, and then you see it, a figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
A crack slide. This is new. A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into two jagged shards of broken glass. So you're what the? It's like a weird image of a crow. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you.
The narrator, yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all, an objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
Oh. What are you? Are you something like me?
Oh, I'm nothing like you. I am an echo. Likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Others like you said something like that before. Has every narrator really been different?
Of course. That is by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon. And then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
Okay. I have so many questions for you. I do. After everything you've done to us, do you think anyone deserves to live? Does it hurt when pieces of you break off like that? So you do know about the looping. So many of the times I've met you, you've denied it as even being possible. Why did you lie to me?
Any other version of me you talked to was just that, a version of me. It wasn't me. As to why they lied, perhaps they thought that admitting to it would have pushed you to certain realizations that would have made finishing your task impossible. Maybe they were just in denial. I'm sure many of them were convinced that they had to be the first version of them you'd encountered. Anything else would have been too existentially unpleasant. And for all I know, each of those other versions of me could have had entirely different understandings of how this construct works. Who's to say which of them are right and which of them are wrong, really? Except for me. I can tell you for a fact that I'm right.
Oh, really? You're not even human. I don't even know what's happening. Okay, and what is my true identity?
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
What? As a god, I always knew I was special. I don't want to be a god. I want to be me. After everything, okay. How am I supposed to rid the world of death?
By slaying the princess. Once she's gone, everyone will get to exist exactly as they are. No more fear, no more howling chaos, just life. Forever.
How is living if you could just live without end? Who cares about dying? I've died plenty of times. Why would you want to rid the world of death? The people out there beyond the walls of the construct, do they know about this? Do they know what you want me to do to them?
Of course not. The only way this construct could function was if nobody knew what it was doing. But the bones of the universe are old. It's on the cusp of its dying breath, and the people out there are consumed with thoughts of oblivion. When the patterns are wiped from the sand, when the board is reset, who will remember them? All I've done is give them a chance to live outside of the shadow of the end.
Does it hurt? I'm sorry, I don't want to destroy you. Are you part of me or are you something else?
No, I'm not a part of you. But that's all a matter of perspective, isn't it? From one vantage point I must seem wholly foreign, but from another, well, all the versions of me that have existed have collectively heard your every thought and driven your every action. If that isn't being part of you, then what is?
Okay. So it seems like I have a limited amount of questions I can ask. That's why it breaks. I wasn't supposed to see all this, was I? What is the princess? Did you make her too?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can.
So she's a being of perception. She becomes
So
something...
I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you.
I don't understand.
And every me you met did a real shit job of it, though.
That got me there. How did you die? If she's capable of becoming whatever people believe her to be, can't I just to will her into something small?
As you are now, you won't be able to will her into anything. You don't work the way a living being does. Not anymore. And as you were before, you couldn't be trusted with the knowledge of what she is. No one could be trusted with that knowledge. Intrusive thoughts have a way of creeping in and ruining everything. That's why I had to die.
Ugh. I've run out of questions. I think you're out of it. I'm not going to slay her. I want you to know. I haven't decided on what I'm going to do yet. I still have to see what she thinks about all of this.
I've said my piece, and my time is up.
Well, until we meet again.
It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
See you later. As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. Nevermore, said the raven. Can we finally see ourselves? The narrator was right. You are the long quiet. A vast and nascent God. And it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. Or is there? Oh.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
I'm the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
Okay, what happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Let's see. There's so many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end. Pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
Okay, let's see. If you were always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? If it even matters what roads I walked, if all of them would have led to this moment.
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
Huh? What?
A shiver passes through you as unseen fingers, cold as the grave, dance across your skin. They remember the violence you inflicted on them, and yet they do not return it. I offer you a path to your redemption, and you take my hand in yours. You felt the pain you caused another, and you were willing to sacrifice everything you thought was you to set me free. Without sin, there is no redemption.
Oh, chunk. But without redemption, there can be no sin, and I would sacrifice everything to free you. No, I believe in this one.
And without contrast, there can be nothing at all.
Oh.
Fear is what pretends to protect us from loss. To fear death protects from losing a body. To fear ruin protects from losing status. To fear rejection protects from being known. But losing a body is contained within having a body. Losing status is contained within having status. Being known is contained within being conscious. It is in the nature of all things to transform, to go from known to hidden to known again. But when the ceaseless impermanence of all things strips away the finality of endings, what remains of fear? Is it a shelter protecting you from itself? Or is it a shelter protecting itself from you? You took fear by the hand and walked with it into the unknown, and through that, you feared nothing.
It wasn't a rejection of fear. You broke me to your will. You wanted to make the world suffer, and you act as if you're above it at all, but you're not. Even if I'm not afraid now, the fear of others is real. We can't uphold the harm that everyone suffers just because we're beyond it. Yeah.
A desire born from the narrow view of a single life. But even then, the only gifts I brought were context and sensation. To feel is to exist, and to exist is to have meaning. Your lover drives a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go?
This is all very existential and confusing. Like, part of me doesn't even understand the answers that I'm choosing.
Love melted into skepticism, and you pulled back layer after layer after layer, until all you were left with was the knowledge that you did not know me.
It's the anime sketch princess.
You sought the truth then. Will you hide from it, now that it is within your grasp?
I have no desire to hide, but the truth can be made better. If destroying you is what that takes, so be it. I don't want to hide from the truth. I don't.
Then don't. Leave with me. There's no need for you to fight what we are.
I won't leave with you, not until you see things from my perspective.
If you need more time to open your eyes, then I will give you all the time in the world.
Don't close the game.
To question everything is to deny proof of the reality that lies in front of you. To live alone within the caverns of your mind is to trap yourself in them forever. But you did not live alone. You found me, and we held trust in each other for no reason than to believe in something that wasn't us. Cold skepticism turned to liberation, but it required a journey to blossom. Though you have blossomed, do you have no more journeys left to make? What of those in the spaces beyond? Would you erase the path ahead to hold everyone still?
No. The path is just a metaphor. I want to protect them. But does the path matter if it always ends?
And that is what I want too. To protect them from the horrors of an eternity without me.
As the clash between you abates, the princess relaxes, smiling from a distance. The respite is welcome.
Are you starting to see?
No, I'm confused.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
I don't don't know. I don't know what's going on over here, but if the mass of princesses is way bigger than what I think it is, won't this like overflow onto the earth? It's easy to believe in things you believe in when you get to sit above it all.
It is from my vantage point that I can see the totality of truth.
That doesn't mean that truth is...
We'll go see you.
This truth doesn't look like it's good for everybody else. What about everyone else? What do you think happens if we leave here?
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go.
Let's see. You are cruelty itself, and I cannot let you exist. I don't know what the answer is, but there has to be something else. It can't be this. I won't kill you, but I won't let you free. You've done everything you can to make me understand, and you're perceptive, but you keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you. I never wanted to fight you, but how do we leave? I like this one.
What I offer you is not perspective. It is truth.
Okay, what is the truth?
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it.
Which hero are you?
I'm all of them. I assume in the same way that you're all of you.
You have no idea how good it is to hear you. Where is everyone else?
They're still where you left them, stuck in the folds of this place. Part of me is with them, just like part of me is with you right now. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to our heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
I don't know. I can't... No.
Too bad. We're going. Now.
What? Oh, the world is rebuilding. Huh?
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it? Do you need me to describe things? That'd be nice. A little comfort in an
Hey!
almost unfamiliar place.
Contrarian.
Oh, you made it here too. We never really got to talk to her, did we? This one, I mean. No hard feelings about taunting us with our deaths, by the way. I thought it was funny. Not sure about the others, though. They're not happy. Oh, they'll get over it.
Okay, I like that description now, if you don't mind, for old time's sake. Nah, I think I'll pass. Is it just the three of us? Did anyone else make it to the cabin?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her. And I've been here since you left me here. No hard feelings. I'm just glad you're back to see this through.
Is the narrator really gone?
Yeah, it's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated. Really goes to show how much you've grown up. Killing somebody across every iteration of reality just by existing. I don't even know what I would do if I were in the driver's seat with that kind of power.
Let's see, I don't know how to feel about him being gone. It's funny after everything he put us through. I'm kind of sad to see him go. Yeah.
Me too. He was a lot of fun. Really easy to mess with. Yeah, it's complicated. He put us through hell, but he's been part of us since the very beginning, hasn't he?
Let's take the blade, just for
the best.
For good time's
He
sake.
always seems to give us more things we can do, right?
Yeah.
So you're not going to suggest we throw it out the window?
Where is it gonna go?
No, we've been through too much for that. And he's gone, so there's no one left to mess with but ourselves. You've gotten serious. Besides, what's the third beat? It isn't funny if I suggest that twice, especially since you never took me up on it last time. There's the guy I know.
All right. Throw the plate out the window? No. Let's just go.
Those winding stairs again. But now there's only one way forward. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice? Yeah, it was a real mess. Stopped being fun pretty quick.
It's okay. You can come down. The stairs won't bite. Not this time. We don't know what you want from us. But let's talk. All of us. Maybe we can help you find your way.
She doesn't sound
You know what? I would love
messy
that.
anymore, though. At least somebody here feels put together.
Let's go down, shall we?
And forward we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
What's down here? Another
It
one?
was easy compared to last time. Just stairs. No weird fuzzy stuff or nonsense trying to pull us apart.
Okay, she looks like she's a bit of a mess. Are you okay?
Yeah, that wasn't so bad.
So, you brought the knife. After everything you've seen, and all the lives we've lived together, you still aren't sure what you want to do? Unless you are. We just hope you're sure of yourself, one way or the other.
Let's sit. I still have so much to ask. Never got a chance to talk to you before you were taken away. Not you, at least. I'm sorry for what I did. Are you the same as you are out there?
Yes, we think. We're kind of like a shadow. Out there, every part of us is blended together into one huge idea. A big wave of unyielding change crashing against the world. But in here, we're fractured. Small. Still a little more separate than we'd like to be. Our instincts still trying to pull us in different directions.
That's kind of like us, isn't it? Yeah. We really are the same.
Let's see. I don't want to be a god. I don't want to hurt anyone. There has to be a way out. What are we going to do? Maybe it's because I asked to make it small? That's a thought. I don't want to have to slay you, but I don't know what the other options are. Yeah, I don't know what to do.
Then don't slay us. Maybe there never even has to be an ending. The way it all works seems to be based on you. If you believe we can do something, then we can do it. So believe that we can put it all back. Believe we can fix the Echo's construct and make us all forget. Believe we can send us all back to the beginning, before anyone woke up, before the truth consumed us.
Can they really do that? Are you sure that's what you want?
That's not what I want. I want to know what's in the outside world.
Why wouldn't it be what we want? Especially if it brings him back. We can't keep going without a nemesis.
Contrarian, I think that's the least of my concern. I take it all back. I don't want this. I don't want to kill you. Is it too late to be a god? This isn't fair. I want to be here with you. I don't want to be alone again. If we're here talking about this right now, how do we know we haven't done this before?
Maybe we have. Maybe we haven't. We can't know something like that. But we're choosing to do it now. And maybe we'll just keep doing it again and again, forever. It's almost comforting. To know we can keep meeting each other over and over again.
Would resetting it do anything to help them? The people out there? If you continue to exist, then don't they continue to suffer and die?
If you believe we can give them more time, then we can give them more time. It's all up to you.
Yeah. Don't underestimate the power of our thoughts. You've seen what they can do. You haven't even seen the half of it.
How do you know things won't just end worse? What if when I make my way back to where I'm different and I hurt you? What if I kill you? What if I let you bring about the end of everything?
That's okay. We have to be able to trust that whatever choices we make, they're the right choices. Maybe we'll continue the loop of forgetting and restarting forever. Or maybe we'll decide, at some point, that it's time for things to end.
But there's so many options. But how can we trust ourselves? Our memories will be gone, and we'd have to decide to do this every single time, forever. Eventually, something is going to be different.
When we first met each other in the long quiet, there was something inside of us. Something we couldn't recognize or understand. And we can't say we fully understand it now. A warmth when we look at you. The kind you don't realize you're missing until it's come back. Every time we hurt each other, every time something awful happened, it was still there, undercutting the pain on the surface with a constant, soothing glow. That warmth is never going to go away, and that's why we believe in you.
This isn't fair. I don't want to be here with you. I don't want to be alone again. We're going to find ourselves back here eventually.
And when we do, we can choose to do it all again. We'll always be
hello.
able to start over, if that's what all of us want.
Is it too late to go back to being a... let's see. Is there any other way?
Our options are limited to what that knife offers us. Either we use it to put things back, or you kill us. We're sure you can figure out which one we'd prefer. But we don't want to influence you. We're sure you'll do what you think is best. If it's time for it to be over, it's time for it to be over. As much as we might want a few more precious lifetimes with you.
Okay, then let's do it. I believe in us.
Okay. If this is your choice, then I have your back. I guess I'll see you on the other side. Speak for yourself. Maybe I'll see you too. Maybe I won't. They take the blade from our hand and stare fondly into our eyes.
I'll see you soon.
Everything is going to be okay. We love you.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Turn around and leave. What? What? Okay, let's skip the thank you so much for playing. As an expression of our gratitude, here's the track order for a special playlist just for you. If you'd like to take a screenshot, you can hide the UI by pressing I. So I got an end. But you know what? I know that's not the end. There's still more to do. I'm not sure. I feel like she has some kind of trick up her sleeve.
It's over. We should make sure. I really don't, and why shouldn't we? I've told you
You know, this time, let's check for a pulse.
You lean down and place your hand against her neck, holding your breath as you search for a pulse. Even though you know you're not going to find one. We definitely won't if you keep talking. I'm sorry, do you want her to be alive? You just saved the entire world from annihilation. Why are you suddenly trying to call that into question?
Wait, yeah, she ain't dead.
What was that? You know what that was. That was the sound of a heartbeat, followed by another, and another.
I guess I won't be dying alone after all.
What?
Something sharp digs into your side, the shock of it sending your nerves into a pained frenzy. Quick, let's get out of here. It's too late for that now. You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper between your ribs.
Really, where did this blade come from?
As you fall, she falls with you, exhausted by the effort, the little life that was left in her eyes fading rapidly.
An eye for an eye. A life for a life. I guess we're even now. See you around.
Oh, I'll be seeing you.
Close. Why did you hesitate? It doesn't matter. At least you managed to take her with you, for whatever that's worth. everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 2, The Razor. This is new. Okay, what new voice are we
This
getting?
whole thing's a crock of shit. She's just going to pull a knife out of nowhere and stab us again. Stabbed to death? Well, you won't have to worry about that. The princess is unarmed. Yeah, that's exactly what you told us last time. You said this whole thing would be easy, but after we sank our blade into her heart, she just got up and started stabbing
Damn, we got
us.
cheated out of a death?
Calm down. I assure you she has no weapons. So there's no reason to fear her. You were made for this job.
I mean, we
You'll
didn't
do just fine.
we didn't get cheated if she wasn't actually dead to begin with.
We'll do it couldn't be more on the money. We're really doing this, aren't we? I'd say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you. We know what to look out for this time. We know to be careful.
Cause we didn't go back to the long quiet. I wonder if we keep denying the story, then we go down the pathway of the long quiet.
Just stay focused and you'll be fine. The interior of the cabin is a jagged mess of
Oh,
warped wood
jeez.
and broken boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass.
This place is wrecked.
The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Okay, you know what? How about this playthrough? I try to kill her every single time. Let's do it.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall. The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
You know, this looks less like a cabin and more like a den that was haphazardly put together by a wild animal.
That's right, scraping. I told you she has something. That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head. Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
There is something so wrong with that voice. Yeah, she thinks she's better than us. Like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
Okay, let's...
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room.
There's like an endless hallway behind her.
I wonder if she remembers us.
Finally, somebody. Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Yeah, I'm not coming any closer. This is a trap.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down. If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
If you come close, you're just going to stab me, aren't you?
What? No, I wouldn't stab you. I am just a sweet, innocent princess trapped here for no reason. And you are a brave knight who's supposed to
she's
walk up
sweating.
to, not stabbing distance to help me.
I have absolutely zero doubts that she is going to stab us if we get close to her. She certainly feels threatening. Just because she's acting like she's going to stab you doesn't mean she has the means to actually do it. But you know who is armed? You. So stop second-guessing yourself and do your job.
I mean, are you sure about that? I can't see her. Her hands aren't in front of her.
But I'm nervous. All the more reason to jump into the deep end and deal with her right now before you waste any more time getting stuck in your head.
I'm not gonna tell her that. I like to trust you, but you're being pretty sus right now.
That's so rude of you, passing judgments on strangers you've never met just because they're different from you. How would you like it if I did that, huh? Silly little bird face thinks he's so serious coming
Oh, I
down
am a
here but
bird.
doesn't know anything. Thinks he can tell me to get rid of all the knives I don't even have while he gets to wave one around right in front of me. I bet you didn't like that, did you? I bet you didn't like being judged for no reason.
How many more times does she have to vaguely threaten you before you finally decide you're ready to deal with her?
I don't know.
We're clearly still figuring out our angle. We don't have the luxury of watching this from a distance. Oh, I'm sorry, do you think I'm in a position of luxury right now? You're acting like you are. My entire world is at risk, and maybe you should behave with a little more humility. A bit of self-deprecation would go a long way. No, I have my dignity. Fine. And will continue to treat you exactly how you deserve to be treated.
Alright. I don't have the key. Look, I know you're mad at me, but I think we both need to let bygones be bygones.
But I'm not mad at you, so please stop standing so far out of reach.
I think I've said my piece at this point. I think we all have. But if you want to keep exhausting your questions, it beats getting stabbed to death.
Let's see. No, I'm not getting close. I'm not doing it, okay? But what are you going to do if I let you out?
All sorts of things, which is why I think that's a great idea. I would love to not be chained up down here. Being chained up is so boring, and I crave fresh and new activities to broaden my horizons.
Please don't let her out of it. Believe it or not, I think I'm actually with him on this. Okay, but what if all of this is just a misunderstanding? There has to be room for this to be a misunderstanding.
I don't know about that. Well, I don't have a key. And these chains don't have a keyhole on them.
Oh, you don't? Okay, I see. I have an idea. You should come over here and stare directly at the chains. You won't be able to find a key if you don't know what it's supposed to look like, so you better come right within close staring distance just to be sure.
How about you hold up the shackle and turn it around a little bit so I can see what it looks like?
Okay, I'm bored now.
She's bored?
What do you mean you're bored?
That's absurd. She doesn't get to be bored. Not in a way that matters. She's a prisoner. She's... In a sudden burst of movement, the princess leaps towards you, a blade erupting from her free arm, her wrist limp and empty from the violent expulsion. Huh. So I guess she did have a knife of her own after all. How conciliatory of you. We appreciate it, really. Now what are we going to do?
We need to get out of here.
At least
We
we're
need
safe here.
to run.
She's still in chains. And those chains stop her from continuing her advance, at least for a moment. She looks down at them with something between annoyance and confusion. And then she slices through her arm. Okay, maybe we aren't safe.
Yeah, we need to go. We need to go right now. Go, go, go,
She
go.
doesn't even hesitate before darting towards you with a terrifying speed you can't hope to outpace. Ah, shit. Okay, she's down an arm and we still have a weapon. I guess we'll have to use it. And use it you do.
Ugh.
Unfortunately for you and for the entire world, you are horribly outmatched. You keep pace with her for a single brief and wordless exchange before she severs your hand and, with it, your only line of defense. She's much better at this than she was last time. Yeah, it's unreal. Bloody cheater.
I'm going to kill you now.
Why?
With a squelch, she does just that. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 3, The Arms Race.
You're on a path in the woods. No, fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin.
In the cabin. Like, what do you mean we're in the cabin?
What? The interior of the cabin is sharp. A constricting mess
Oh.
of curved and battered sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do? I feel dizzy. Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now? Nobody. Nobody holds the cards. That's how it's always been. That's unfortunately how reality works. The circle's getting smaller and smaller.
The hunted.
Running isn't an option anymore. We have to fight. What's the point of fighting if she's just going to win every time? It hurts.
What? There's too many voices.
We're better off just sitting up here and doing nothing. Great, so obviously you've already been here. How many times?
To this one, exactly? I don't know.
This is our third? No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realize that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right? That can't be right. That's too much responsibility. I couldn't agree more. We couldn't be trusted with the fate of a single person, let alone the fate of the world. Let's just stay focused, shall we?
Okay, so now, is this supposed to be the area we're supposed to squeeze into? Because now there's no door, and all that's here is the mirror. It's taken center point.
The only furniture of note is a bent metal table, a pristine blade perched. We take it. Okay, sure, you take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
You know, the voice of the cheated is like automatically progressing the subtitles. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
This feels right. We just have to keep our senses.
That's right, we've got to be able to win eventually. And what if we never do? Don't be like that. I know things are hard right now, but we gotta stay positive. If they're confident, then I'm confident.
Oh, you mean like how she peeled her arm back and her part of one of her forearms was a blade? That's not concerning.
So, are you just going to stand there, or are you going to head to the basement like you're supposed to? I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there?
We squeeze through the hole.
Walk through the door. You do know what doors are, right?
What door?
There isn't a door, it's just that mirror again. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore.
I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust it.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it.
Okay, so the game's forcing us to interact with the mirror now.
Let's just move it out of the way without looking. I don't want to see us. I'm sure we all look awful after dying twice. Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this.
I want to know what we look like. Hey, listen, I know that feel. This is how I feel when I wake up in the morning. Gotta look at my scraggled mess of hair. It's gone.
Reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open. And the mirror's gone. How surprising.
It was never there. Just an illusion.
Guess it's time for us to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine. You step forward, but you don't get a chance to lean.
It looked like a slide.
They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
What's this princess going to look like? A princess made of blades?
Onto the basement floor, and the form of the princess comes into view, standing at a distance.
Oh, hello, ma'am.
She gives you a wry smile.
Hi, it looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore. But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
Fun for her, maybe. I didn't like dying all over again. Thinking about dying makes us as good as dead. The only thing that matters is survival.
Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We just need to find a way to win once.
Nothing bad has come of it.
Yeah, plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The people there mattered.
What? But I... I'm so confused. I get the feeling like the lore of the game also changes depending on what path I took.
The past isn't real. There's only here and now.
The bickering is cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades, glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor. She's loose, and she is coming for you.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Yeah?
Shit.
She's coming for us and I'm out of ideas.
Okay. We're obviously going to fight her. We're going to appeal her to authority. Puff her up a bit. There's no reason we can't talk this out. She has swords for arms, and we don't. We're panicking. We're going to fight her, and we're going to have a stiff upper lip about it. She can't hurt us if we don't let ourselves feel it. All of these ideas suck. Think of something better.
Yeah, that's right. We just have to think. There's probably an answer if we think.
Just standing there, huh? A bold strategy.
I wish I had something to guard the blades with.
You don't have time to finish your thought. In a moment, she's across the room, blades flashing in the dim starlight. She skewers you. Ow. What a surprise. Yeah. We don't even get a second to think without her stabbing us. Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die? You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you? I think we're dead. And that's all we'll ever be. Dead, dead, dead.
There's too many voices.
Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead.
Okay, princess, if you keep stabbing me with your sword arms, we're not getting anywhere.
This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here? This is 4. No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances. Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her.
What we're gonna stack us on top of us to hope we are better?
As long as we keep moving. Oh, great. So it's going to get even more crowded. Even more deluded voices that think we might stand any kind of chance.
Come on, show me something new.
Okay, plan now.
Okay, I don't have a plan. Okay, we're fighting, obviously. You mean like the katana devil? Who had like swords for arms? Let's see. I'm not gonna let her kill me. You know what? Let's go. Let's take it to the wall and die hard. It doesn't work, and she kills you again and again and again and again. Your memory blurs as your consciousness leaps from life to life, holding only snippets of the conflict that transpires.
We just have to hit her harder.
You know, voice of the stubborn? We're gonna become a sea of voices. Wouldn't that mean we should learn something from every encounter?
She skewers you.
You'll have to be trickier than that.
Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps. Then you skewer yourself.
But her arm explodes with more blades. Now she has hands of blades.
I thought we both understood that dying doesn't get you anywhere.
You're right about that.
Huh. That didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought. Compliment her on those gleaming blades. There's nothing better than a capable woman.
Smitten, she's killing us.
She skewers you.
You're cute.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up. Okay, let's go again. Just panic. Flee. She skewers you.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
See? We're getting better. Okay, yeah. That was a good one. She's going to kill this body either way. So stop feeling what it feels.
Cold is back.
She skewers you.
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
We're getting close to something. Can't you feel it? One last time.
I think we need a different weapon than just the blade. Narrator, toss me a flamethrower. I don't know.
You're right. one last time, that's all we need. Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to reason. She skewers you. And then everything goes dark, and you die.
Alright, mutually assured distraction.
Your Honor, don't lose your head. We're in a cabin, and we'll take it from here. Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different, and different is good. And our steel claw is already in our hand. Ho-ho! What if we throw it out the window?
No!
Over my dead body. That won't be very hard. We've died a lot. But I can't say I mind anymore.
Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful woman?
I don't think she's a woman. I think she's like a weird cursed amalgamation of blades
Sure, I can think of a better way to die.
who has been created to kill.
They're all the same, really. How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything. The only thing we're gonna manifest is finally ending up on top.
She does look sharp. If looks could kill.
There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is... How about you stick to describing things, and we'll stick to doing them? Yeah, leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that win in no time.
Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover.
Well, if she's actually made out of metal, shouldn't we use something that will make her rust?
Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only...
Fine, I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along.
Yes, please.
Sure you don't want me to describe the stairs, or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this.
You know what? If you give me the option, then sure. I'll let you describe till your heart's content.
Okay, just want to win.
Oh, okay, fine.
Fine. You make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together. But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that. I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it?
Yeah, sure.
I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you. It's worth it though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
Are you going to say what she does?
No.
Do you want me to talk now? Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing. Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing. Really? Okay then.
Here we go. Now.
Okay, what is it? Are your hands going to turn into morning stars?
The princess's skin twists, splitting into red gleams of tears. Then it erupts. It becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
Okay, we're entering the realm of a freaky fear and hunger god, the goddess of blades.
Are you ready for what comes next?
No.
Holy shit!
Are you going to give me a hug?
She's gorgeous.
Absolutely divine.
Oh, hello.
Yes!
Welcome.
Behold, the perfect woman.
The perfect woman is made entirely of blades. Beautiful.
Do you think we can throw her out the window?
I'd like to see you try without getting a cut.
That looked painful. How is she still alive? Heart's still beating, that's all she needs. This is fake. This is all fake, that's all. Just made up. She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it?
Like, let's throw the knife at the heart. There's like an opening right here in the rib cage.
This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing. We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it. Alright,
Alright, everyone needs to quiet. Everyone get out of my head right now.
What just happened? It's so quiet.
You too.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
You do not act, and yet through that inaction, your body moves on its own. The princess strikes at you as you approach, but her blow finishes its arc. You're already somewhere else.
You're incredible.
Your weapons clash again and again. You and her entering a rhythm free of thought and free of self. There is only the dance, the ebb and flow, the shifting of the tides back and forth between you. The deeper you fall into your play, the faster your hearts pound. The faster the movement volleys between you. An endless building crescendo and then an opening. Your blade strikes free of volition, and hers strikes too. Both strikes are lethal. Neither of you will survive, but neither of you fear what's to come. This is a good ending. Ugh. What? I can't pick these anymore. Of course it is. She's dead.
Exactly.
What have you
It's
done?
over. With your work done, why do I feel like you did kill that day isn't... You open the cabin door. Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing. What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away.
That's bullshit. Let me out of
What's
here.
done is done. And there's no going back now. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. Psst. Hey, we're not just gonna stay here forever.
Nope. Hell no.
The blade. I can hear everything. He's right. Do you hear that? Do you not? Don't you dare.
Let's see. When using the blade. Yeah.
Astute. In a sense, I know this is out there, but trust me, I know that little voice didn't.
Okay. I'd be pretty upset if we die.
If we die, you can yell at me all you want. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not fine? Whatever. For the princess's body is dust and bones. Though you pick up the blade, you stab yourself. The end. Nice note.
Well, we're back here again.
You're on a path.
She's so pretty, though. Slayer.
Without a moment's hesitation, you lash out with your blade. It's like you're slashing at air. No matter how many times you stab at her, no matter how many angles you strike from, all you manage to do is interrupt her form, the skin of your hand prickling with cold as it passes through, unable to find anything solid.
You're adorable when you're confused.
But I didn't say you could touch me.
Why are you even here? Just making sure you finish the job, or what?
Let's see. Stop playing victim. You threatened me. Let's try to do it again. Slayer
Swing the
harder.
princess once more, and once more your blade cuts through nothing as she disappears.
Really?
Her voice chides from elsewhere in the room. You whirl around, finding her hovering between you and the basement stairs, looking you over with grim disappointment. She draws in close.
I was willing to let bygones be bygones, killer. I was willing to ignore everything you did to me so we could get out of here, together. All I ever wanted was to leave this place. All I ever wanted was to find a way back home. Wherever home is.
Her eyes turn from wells of sorrow to pits of wrath as she stares into you.
But I guess violence is the only language you speak.
She forces her hand into your chest, and then... Yes? Nothing happens. Are you sure?
Yeah, she
about
can't
that?
do she can't do shish
Something should have happened.
unless she possesses me and does the deed from the inside out.
And yet it didn't. We're fine.
Let's see. I'm not afraid of you.
Not yet. But let's see if you stay that way.
You can't be sure if you first hear or feel what happens next, but it is over before you can fully conceptualize what it is. A horrific splintering, the squelching of organs, the rending of tissue, an icy, numbing pain.
I'm done asking. The next time I see you, I'm taking everything I owed. Starting with your body. If you won't choose to give me my freedom, I'll just have to make you give it to me.
Hmm.
She's real now. If she's making us dead, we should return the favor.
Slay the princess. Do it again.
Swing your blade towards her briefly corporeal throat. It connects. A gash widens across her neck, glowing ectoplasm leaking from the wound.
Oh. So she was she saw in that.
Little
What?
plate. In her hand, you realize she clutches your still beating heart. It thumps unsettlingly. Did we get her? Even if we
I don't think we did.
given her something to remember.
See you soon, killer.
Why is my heart yellow?
I'm afraid you'll never know. As she crushes your precious organ in her hand, everything goes dark, and you die.